Hey everybody, time for another workout. The little red, so wait a minute, there is no little red sign, but anyway, we're live, and we're gonna do this again. And as we always want to, let's add the remote and do our weigh-in. Here we go. Gotta turn the thing around to our back camera on the iPhone. There we go, and there's our little weighing device right now. Let's see where we're at. Get you nice tight image. I think it was 222 a minute ago. This silly thing can't be right. Let's try that again. Maybe it is. Settle down. I'm going to stand still. Well, this is stupid. Oh, get off the camera. There we go. I wonder if it's going to work. There we go. Okay. For some reason it wants to say 224.8, but we'll go with that. I don't think that's right, but we'll do our way out and see how that works. So let's get that back off of here. And yeah, we're going to put on our Kansas City apparel again because this was great for generating some extra sweat. Extra sweat is a lovely thing. Hey, bum number one, you made it. You made it to my live workout. My Chiefs regalia. Just tough work. Me too. We're doing winter hours this week because we've got some snow and ice out there. So we're doing coming in early and leaving early, which is super nice. Gonna grab my shoes here. It's like Mr. Rogers. Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Won't you please? Please won't you be my neighbor? Hey neighbor. Just gonna get the old shoes on and tied. And we are ready to head over. Now, I will warn you, I'm going to work this beer can. Fantastic. I will warn you, it's freezing cold out there. We got a bunch of snow and ice. It's about 20 degrees and blowing snow. We'll switch over to the mobile. Probably will cut out more than once. Just so you know, I've got to grab my headphones. Right back. All right, we got our headphones. We got our mobile device for playing tunes. We're going to transfer to the little one and make sure I unmute. Add that to the stream. Take this one out of the stream. And there we go. Oh. Switch this back to the front. Better get out of here. And we are heading out, folks. As you can see, it's ridiculous out here. It's going to cut out and back in, so just be aware of that. I'll keep talking, but you got to lose reception and get it back here in a second. Oh, so cold today. Crazy. 20. Yeah. Hopefully the code works the first time. I don't want to stand out here very long at all. This is so cold. This is crazy cold. But it'll be like 85 degrees in the rec room, so it's about to all get fixed. Oh. Almost home. Here we are. Code work, please. First time. Very good. Okay, we're back in the rec center. We're gonna Start our mobile device and get some tunes going. Oh, so cold out there. So how's everybody doing? I don't know if we got any chat yet. We'll see here. Oh. Prompt expired, I bet you. Okay, here we go. Oh. Hello. I hope I connected to the right thing. It said I'm connected, but we'll see if it's to the right device. Yep, we're good. All right, we are there. We're going to quick start, and here we go walking. 3, 2, 1, and we're off. Pump that speed up. I think today we're going to go for an hour and a half. There we go. That's a good angle. The light's not nearly as annoying as it was yesterday. I think we're getting this all figured out. And over to chat and see who's talking. Bum's the only one here. When does it get dark around there? Around here it's 5. The latest, the problem. 5:30. It's pretty dark. Same. Same. 5:30ish. Local time now is what? I don't even know what time it is. About 4 o'clock, I think. Like I said, I think today we'll try to do an hour and a half. It'll be about 5 miles. That's the pace I tend to walk at. So settle in. Feel free to jump in and out of the show. There's no reason you got to sit here and watch me the whole time. But comment, I'll try to talk back to you. Listening while cleaning, it's always a good thing. Did some pretty good deep cleaning this weekend at the old apartment. Got the Swiffer out, got the wood floors all nice and clean, got the counters all clean. Something Vaughn doesn't know anything about. Place the bet. What's the bet, Richard? What are we betting on today? That I can make it an hour and a half? Won't be a problem. Hello, Blue Lamp. Welcome to the treadmill show, I guess. Good to have you here. Swing those arms. Your wind vanes. Oh, yeah. The Vaughn issued wind vane for your house. It's funny, you can't just put it up there and generate electricity, isn't it? Keep pushing. Because Todd never quits. Won't quit. Can't quit. With the things. You know. For reals, though. I can't even watch that guy. It's crazy. I gotta mute it every time it comes on. Keep on pushing for the fans, for the women, for reals, though. Yeah, I don't think it suits me very well. Hey, Toby Means, welcome. We're going to try to walk out about 5 miles today, see if we can knock a pound or two off. Still didn't get anything from the Vaughn or the J-Dubs today. Vaughn did a morning coffee. They were just stupid. And they haven't been on since. J-Dubs is nowhere to be found. I kept checking. Didn't have much to do at work today. Spent most of the day thawing out cars. Is Gail on the next machine? No, nobody else here. You know what's funny is every time I've come here, and it's been off and on the whole time I've been here. There's never been anybody else in here. I think I'm the only one that uses this facility. Gail would certainly make it entertaining, though, if she were here. I don't even think, there's nobody in the office because of because of the weather today. They busted out early. Office is right over here to my left. And nobody there. They're usually here at 5:30. So my work, we're starting to do winter hours now. So the guys get there about 5 and taking off about 3. Hey, Lady Starfire, good to have you. We're walking, we're pushing with the things. Gotta keep pushing. I don't think Lady Starfire's is probably even less of a fan of Lokes than I am. It's so hot in here. Oh my God, it's like 85 degrees. It's good though, makes you sweat. Hopefully they do that on purpose. It's not 85 in the office. Keep pushing with them things. Yeah, no, for real stuff. He's better than T. Everybody's better than Tila. Literally have to mute her. It's the lip smacks. Every other sentence. Can't stand it. With them things for real stuff. Hey, we've already done one lap, 0.28 miles, 5 minutes walk. I mute her too, yeah. Cannot stand the lip smacking. It's the latest in Vaughnland. He did a morning coffee that I reviewed this morning. And I've been watching and watching, but nothing on Twitter, nothing on Odyssey, obviously nothing on YouTube. I don't think, maybe he's spending all his time on True Social. J-Dubs has not been around all weekend, pretty much. Vaughn or John have not addressed my challenge at all, number one. And I wish they would. Human Dog TV's here. Split screen this with the footage of Vaughn from earlier today gumming down 5 peanut butter cups in under a minute. White chocolate, too. It's on my channel, Lady Starfire. You can go, it's about an hour long review of his latest morning coffee. There's not much there. He was bitching about some New World Order stuff. He had this debunked Pelosi letter to, I think, a governor or something in Oregon. And he's so stupid to think this thing's real. It's supposedly from Pelosi saying, just follow the standard Democratic playbook, and deny there's a problem, and blame Trump. You bring that letter up online, it's a million PoliFact and the rest of them, PolitiFact, all debunked it. But Vaughn thinks it's real, so God forbid he Google that shit, as he likes to say, and find out it's completely faked. Can you imagine a politician as savvy as Nancy Pelosi writing an open letter to someone that says, just follow the playbook and deny there's a problem, blame Trump? Would never say that. At least not maybe privately, but certainly not in a letter. Yeah, it does not read like a Bond villain monologue. It does read, yeah. It's got misspellings and punctuation problems. It's so obvious it's fake. But it sure got Vaughn going this morning. Nancy even personally addressed it. Wouldn't surprise me if he has one of those too. It's funny because all the sites that debunk it talk about how it had made the rounds of all the far right-wing websites. With very little resistance, of course. People don't think. Not critical thinkers. Oh. That was an interesting sound. Coming up on a half mile, almost. Been walking about 8.5 minutes. We're going to go an hour and a half today. See how far we can go. 90-minute workout. Brisk pace on the old treadmill. Tom number one says, remember when Vaughn thought Putin was contacting him through karaoke? I do remember that. It's crazy. He thought, Vaughn thought he did a karaoke number, and then Putin did it a couple days later, so that proved he was watching stuff. I think he said it happened twice. Somehow I don't think it did. Vaughn is a grade A bona fide idiot. Agreed. Certainly is. When did I get into the Vaughn stuff? I'm not that old school. I've known of Vaughn maybe 6 or 7 years. Haven't really got into it with him until the, 3 or 4 years ago when the native, 165% native thing came up. And I kind of took umbrage to him talking, flapping his gums about it. So I made a video or two proving that he's not. And Vaughn came back at me about that. And it's been, ever since, a bit of a back and forth. But I've only known about him for maybe 6 or 7 years. I hung out with a totally different crowd in the Google Plus days. I didn't see any of the Stickum stuff, which, as far as I knew, Stickum was a website run by a bunch of perverts looking for younger girls. Is what I heard about it. I didn't spend any time on it. That's kind of the reputation it had. But in those days, I was on Google Plus, following Darth Dawkins around, when I recently had become an atheist and was trying to debunk every theist I could find. Found out, God, did that for years, 10 years maybe, and it's just, you get nowhere. That's why I don't even like to talk about it anymore. You never make any inroads. I remember he even did a video with Larry when they were on good terms, proving his native lineage. Yeah, I mean, Chief Redbird's in his native lineage, but it's so far back. It's 1%-ish, 1%-ish native, about the most he could claim. Even if you're extremely generous, it couldn't be more than 3, considering all the W's on the census reports that I've brought up. He's descended from white people. Go Chiefs, yeah, AB. How about that game yesterday? That was something, wasn't it? That poor guy that shoved Patrick Mahomes out of bounds on that last offensive play, he's got to feel terrible. I mean, he basically cost his team the Super Bowl. It'd been what, a 60-yarder. And Butker might have made a 60-yarder, but tacking on 15 yards, that was just pure stupid. I'm glad it happened. I'm glad to see the Chiefs in the Super Bowl again. But wow, what a play. Hey guys, that's 3 laps. We're at 0.75 miles, 13 minutes, 37 seconds. We've already burned 65 calories, just like that. Just like that, 66 calories. I really should, this thing supports a chest strap and will show you actual heart rate. So I might look into trying to find one of those on Amazon and strapping it on, see what kind of heart rate we got going. Bum number one asks, what's the target weight? Right now, the goal is 200. We'll reevaluate when we get there. 200 by in the springtime, in the spring. That was my challenge to Vaughn and Jada. I'll race you to 200. Didn't really make an offer on it. There's no chance they're even going to work out. So. Big thing right now is, hey, I'll give you $100 so you can show that you're lighter than me because you keep talking like I'm twice as big as you. Let's put your money where your mouth is. You know they can't. Yeah, John can only talk trash. I think he has a secret perverse thing about getting hate and or beat up. He definitely has he wants negative attention. There's no doubt about that. He gravitates toward people that are hateful. He gravitates toward people if he allies with, he knows will bring him a lot of negative attention. So, might be a little bit of sadism in there, but he certainly loves to be miserable. And certainly can only talk trash. 100% on there. That's what he does. Whew. Oh, I apologize for the yawning. It's rushes of oxygen, I imagine. And we just hit 1 mile, folks. 1 mile, 18 minutes, 8 seconds. Already burned 87 calories. I'll keep you updated. We're a fifth of the way there. Says J-Dubs loves to be miserable. It's very well put. Yeah. Why be married to a woman you talk so much trash about? It's a very good point. And I think he thinks he's getting away with it, but I don't think he does. I don't think he's getting away with it nearly as much as he thinks he is. In terms of blow it up like a Muslim when she's sitting right next to her. It's not a good thing. And that story's going to come to a head here pretty soon. I feel like. I really feel like he's the one getting kicked out right now. But we will find out. Oh, that's a good breath. Oxygen. Had my lovely oatmeal this morning. Strawberries and cream. Delicious. What am I listening to? The Big Fat Band. Oh, you can see that. Gordon Goodwin's Big Fat Band. It's my usual playlist for when I'm walking. It's because I'm basically walking to the beat right now. Everything's got a good tempo to it. James Corvus is here. Says Vaughn doesn't need to work out. The gods are going to slim him down, rescue his kids from CPS, make him a billionaire, and jail and execute all the trolls. That is some impressive God work right there. Wow. We'll see, James Corvus, how much of that comes through. Anyway, this morning, I had the oatmeal, had my orange, a little afternoon. Got home and just came on over here, see what we can do. Probably go home and have a nice salad. I did get some hot dogs. I'm going to treat myself a couple of hot dogs. If anybody's watching this and might be interested in hot dogs, I'm going to have some hot dogs later. We had protein in hot dogs. They were not by the Vaughn, and they will not be by the Vaughn. James says again, Stinky is too busy destroying his mom's house by hoarding. Yeah. He tends to pile things up, doesn't he? We'll have some hot dogs by the Todd later, and I will not put them on camera, and I will not eat them on the camera because that's disgusting. It's one thing you will never see me do, eat on camera, unless it's like a piece of candy or something. So I don't do that anymore either. Yeah, eating on it's just the disgusting noises. Oof. I'm not much for eating in front of other people, period. But doing it on camera, what's wrong with you? Eat before you broadcast. Eat after you broadcast. Eat any other time besides broadcasting. It's so disgusting. And J-Dubs too. Yeah, post them on the server. My hot dogs by the Todd. I can't say that I do anything special. I heat them in the microwave and put them in a bun. Pretty quick. That crockpot roast beef or beef roast was really good, by the way. Came out great. That sauce you made with the wine. Ooh. Ooh. That lasted a long time too. Pot roast with some veggies. Nothing beats a grilled hot dog with chili and cheese. Yeah. I'm not much for the chili. I'm not much for chili dogs, but I do like the cheese. A little pickle relish, mustard, ketchup. Yeah, James says he makes such weird noises when he eats his TV dinners. It's a sad existence. Those kids escaped a shit show, absolutely. Hey, we just hit 1.25 miles, 22 minutes, 45 seconds, 109 calories. Bum number 1. Father Jay inspired me to cook my favorite spaghetti, and we'll post it when done. Yes. Although I was a little disappointed in Father Jay's canned spaghetti sauce. Canned? I did the same thing, but I would think he'd make his from scratch. James asks, you still doing music? Not very much. This area is still kind of shut down as far as shows go. It's not shut down, but there's just not the level of stuff going on that there was before the pandemic. Kind of sad. I guess people maybe figured out they could do without it. I don't know. It's just not not going on in the theater world right now. Around here. Maybe there is other places. Or I'm just not getting called. Maybe Vaughn's got to be blackballed. Maybe. Doesn't seem like it. I haven't auditioned for any shows this year, but there really hasn't been anything out there that I was interested in. The Tulsa Theater just finished 1776, but they did it with an all-female cast. I applied to, I put in an audition notice, but they actually emailed me back and said, oh, by the way, and he didn't really read that right because it's an all-female cast. You're not going to be able to audition for the show. And the rest of the stuff has just been, like singing in the rain. I don't know what I could do singing in the rain for younger cast. I really like your troll music. Thank you very much. I may need to get back into some of that. It's definitely time for a shanty rap part 2. Definitely. G-Man just won't answer my diss rap. We'll see why I should do another one until at least he does something. I mean, he asked for it, right? He asked for people to do diss raps. As long as they didn't cuss and as long as they didn't dox. I didn't cuss and I didn't dox. And all he's done is made fun of it. No response at all. So I really don't feel like doing another G-Man. But Shanny and Rev need a part 2 for sure. Lots of new info. Oh no. Don't say that. That thing's horrible. Bum number 1 says my G-Man diss track gives him Jesus Christ is my end vibes. Which I don't know if you've seen that. It's horrible. I hope mine's a little better quality than that. Yeah, he did, James says. He's airing out He's airing out Shanny and Rev stuff all over the internet. He absolutely is. Hi, Theo Warpler. Good to see you. Welcome to whatever this is. Hitting the old treadmill. It's really a poke at Vaughn and Jada. Keep tagging them in these things, see if they'll show up or respond to it anyway. That was self-aware satire as well. Yeah, absolutely. We are coming up on 1.5 miles, 1.46 right now. Starting to build up some good sweat now. The Warbler says Ron wants weight and IQ of 190, and maybe. He says he's 218 right now. I don't believe him. He did, my challenge video. I showed a little clip of him saying he wanted to do something about his spare tire. And we just hit 1.5 miles at 27 minutes, almost on the dot. So we're moving, guys. 130 calories burned already. Keep swinging those arms. It's interesting. I think his weight is probably as much above 190 as his IQ is below it. It's about, well, that's not even fair. 250 and 130? I'm pretty sure Ron's up there around 250. I don't think he's 130. He's probably under 100. 100 being considered average IQ. I don't think he's that smart. Bum number 1 says it's amusing how Vaughn's gods are omnipotent and bless him so much, but it's the trolls that took midnight from him. Yeah, it certainly is. It certainly is. His gods couldn't save his dog. As I quote Thor from the Avengers, puny god. Puny gods. We're all going to jail. Yes, we are. I'm still waiting. I was assured there would be flashing lights outside my door on January 18th, and yet nothing happened. And John says he wants to swap me. Or maybe somebody should swap me, I think is what he said. I told the dispatcher, the sergeant at the dispatch office about that. She was very amused. And also assured me if they did take a call with my name on it, they wouldn't just send the SWAT team out, they'd call me, see what was going on. So, J-Dubs, I think you made an empty threat. These people are my friends, they're not just going to come after me because somebody on the internet gives them a phone call. And if they want to call in a wellness check and somebody knocks on my door, I'd be more than happy to talk to them. Hey, how you doing? What can I do for you? Oh, somebody said I'm distressed? I'm certainly not. That'd be about as long as that call would go. So, if you feel the urge, J-Dubs, go ahead and call it in. See what it gets you. I encourage it. Physical gel. That's right. That's what it's going to get. Somehow I don't think they much care for false reporting. I hear it's a felony. And as we all know, there's no statute of limitations for felonies. Any felonies. Come on, J-Dubs. I know you're watching. Get in the chat. Talk to me about your weight. Let's talk about that $100. Cash app it to you today. Except you have a problem. You can't prove that you're under 225 pounds. Vaughn been quiet lately? He absolutely has. He did a show this morning on Odyssey. About an hour. Boring. It was right-wing political stuff. Wasn't interesting at all. Didn't talk about the trolls or CPS or any of that stuff. And then I looked all day on Twitter and Odyssey. And of course their YouTube channels. Nothing. No activity. I think he's spending all his time on Truth Social. Hey, there we go. 1 3/4 miles. We made another lap. We're at 31 minutes, 35 seconds. Hour to go. Just another hour of this beautiful time. Everything is a felony in Kentucky. Yes, it is. The Warpler, you're dead on there, 100%. Everything's a felony. It doesn't have any statute of limitation. Because, Kentucky's different. It's Commonwealth. Makes everything a felony. Oh. Good deep breaths. Move that air while you want. It's very hot air in here. They got a little TV in here, but I don't think it works. Right in front of the treadmill. Never tried it. Always had my, before this I had my phone to listen to music. Now I got the second mobile device. Vaughn has been on G-Man's channel. Yeah, a few times. He's been in some of those epic debate shows. Bum number 1 says, Vaughn is like a house animal. He never gained any wisdom the 20 years plus he's been online. It's just endless repetition. Absolutely is. Vaughn has his scripts. He's at least he finally slacked off the damn Napoleon thing. That was every stream for a month. When Napoleon went down in the Vatican chambers and he came back up and said, everything we know is a lie. Everything we know. Yeah, Vaughn, except Napoleon was a non-royal Corsican who gained power coming up through the military. He even had a hard time learning French. Certainly couldn't have learned Latin. Would have never been taught Latin as a non-elite. So I have a hard time believing he went to the dungeon of the Vatican and read Latin texts. It's just not possible. Just like a house animal, pretty much. The Warpler says, my gym treadmills got YouTube, speed walking tutorial videos. Yeah, this is a little older machine. Doesn't have integrated video. Yeah, at the gyms, there's some really cool stuff. The ones where you can see like you're going through the Alps or crazy mountain passes and stuff like that. I've seen those. Those look really cool. This one has some features, but not nearly that high tech. I just want to walk, burn some fat, get some sweat going. James says Napoleon was of Italian heritage in Corsica, right? He was Corsican. But he was like lower nobility. He probably had aunts and uncles, but possibly could have known Latin. But I doubt one story is true. I just, in the time we're talking about, teaching Latin in the school was only for the highest ups. And like I said, he struggled with French. Latin's far harder than French. Standing with Ukraine said, even if Vaughn could read Latin, how would he get into the Vatican to begin with? He was put in jail for trying to trespass. Hey, Shrish Zen, I hope I'm saying that right. Shrish Zen, let's go Chiefs. Absolutely, buddy. See you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. Hopefully some folks can heal. Boy, the Chiefs were down to basically had no receivers left. Poor Mahomes is gimping around. Hopefully they can heal in the next 2 weeks and get him a good game. Just went over 2 miles. We're 2.05 now, 36 minutes, 50 seconds, 177 calories. Let's go Eagles. But seriously, I'm from Philly. Yeah, sure. And Philly's, I think, 2.5-point favorites. They probably will stay the favorite. They pretty well dominated everybody this year. Vaughn being offered bishophood by Catholic Church. I do remember that. For his religious scholarship. It's a great story. Yeah, pretty much everything he says about the Bible is wrong. Just so you know. And Vaughn says, the proof I need to know that Vaughn has the mind of a petulant child is that he said he wasted $2 million driving to and from CPS meetings. Didn't he say he claimed he spent it going to see his kids, which I guess is CPS meetings? Yeah, I mean, somebody did the math on that. The amount of time and miles it would take to spend $2 million on gas is pretty ridiculous. I don't care who wins, but I got to rep my city. You know, absolutely. I got nothing against the Eagles. It's a great team. I hope we get a great game. I hope we don't get another one of those like 35-0 by halftime things. Nobody wants to see that. And Shrish Zen is a Cowboys fan, which I am as well. That's my NFC team. So I'll never root for Philly if it doesn't benefit the Cowboys. I understand. Dallas has some problems. I guess they got rid of offensive coordinator, and they got some serious draft issues. Zeke's probably done. Pollard may be hurt pretty bad. Offensive line's got some issues. You need another receiver. Zach is just not. Zach is Zach. He makes some great plays every now and then, but he sure hasn't matured to the level we all hoped he would. Bum asks, what sport are you guys talking about? Yeah, American football. Dallas Cowboys were at this particular time. James says, CPS comes to your house. Yeah, they do. Yeah, you're right, Tris. We do need a lot. James says, Vaughn probably didn't have to drive anywhere. Absolutely. We caught him lying that he was going to London or Corbin or whatever to see his kids. Peace Art, why are you not making raps? Hurry up, I need some distracts. Yeah, I don't know. My rap career might tragic end at 3. Distracts, yeah. I do need to do a shanty part too, no doubt about it. It's just the time. Where do you find the time? Another milestone, we just hit 40 minutes walked, 2.23 miles. Good pace, keeping up that brisk pace. It's, I think, the 18-minute, 10-second mile, which doesn't sound very fast, but walking, I'm walking pretty fast. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a brisk one. I can tell with my shoulders bouncing. Vaughn said multiple times he will not drive to see his kids because of black eyes, but somehow can divert tornadoes in his sleep. Right. The gods are as big as trolls. I think you're right, Mom. And James asks, how do you feel about Vaughn's belief that the original Native Americans are white and black people, and the ones we see today are transplanted here? Yeah, he's absolutely wrong. 100% wrong. If anything, the original Native Americans would have come up through Central America, not down from Russia. And we can see that in the traits of the fossil record and that sort of thing. They did not come across the Bering Strait. Now the Inuit probably did. The natives native to Alaska are probably of Siberian origin. I'm not sure about that. Not the Native Americans in the continental U.S. There's just no way. He's just wrong. But again, Vaughn is always wrong. Something you can count on. The guy's even wrong more than a broken clock. Wrong more than twice a day. Oh wait, less right than twice a day. He might hit one a day, occasionally. Yeah, I laughed my ass off when I heard that. Why is everyone trying to claim being indigenous? It's been a thing for a while. It's easy to claim. I'm going to start asking people, if you're going to claim to be native, show me your Bureau of Indian Affairs card. I can show you mine. It's pretty simple. Oh, you don't have a BIA card? Well, probably shouldn't keep calling yourself native, because you don't take it seriously enough to actually get on the rolls. I'm not going to really buy it. And I'm not begrudging anybody that's got some native blood in them not wanting to get on the rolls. Just sit there and talk about how you're native. Can you imagine not having running water? Our prisons have running water in our second world shithole. Yeah. And Warpler says the FBI organizing worldwide snatch squads take all the trolls to underground prison in Area 51. I can't wait. Sounds like a party. I'll meet you there. Whew. We are 2.4 miles. Almost halfway home. 43 minutes, 15 seconds walked. And over 200 calories burned. Yeah. I think yesterday we burned 300. Today we'll be going for more like 450. Half again as much. Whew. Feeling good. Walking good steady pace. Not out of breath. No problems. I can still talk to you. That's how you can tell when you can still talk and carry on a conversation. You're probably not too bad winded. Dan, hi Dan, good to see you. Dan Successful asks, Todd, who would win in a fight, Larry Frost or a black bear? My money's on Larry Frost. He's wily, that guy. I'll take Larry in a close one. Black bear probably gets some shots in. I'll tell you this much, I wouldn't want to fight Larry. If he gets a hold of you, you might be done. I cannot recommend it. Unless you got, if you're pretty tall and got some reach, that's about the only way you're going to beat Larry. Once he gets you in the clinches, he's going to choke you out. He knows all them wrestling moves. laps, 45 minutes, 42 seconds walked. So we're over halfway. James asks, how is he going to say that the Frosts aren't related to him, even though his mom is a Frost? Well, he's tried a couple different ways. He's tried the old, the bloodline comes from his father, so I guess that assumes all of his mother's relatives aren't his. But then he turns around and says he's the blood heir to his mother's estate. So, make up your mind there, Bob. Anyway, it's just wrong. Bum asks, do you have any hobbies besides music, like stamp collecting or video games? No, not really. I don't do much but work, and when I'm not at work, I spend a lot of time just watching YouTube vids. I like sports on TV, various ones. I like to watch baseball, I like to watch football. Used to have a ton of gigs and stuff. Would keep me busy in the evenings. That's kind of gone through. I do have a church gig Sunday. I'm going to go play at the Presbyterian Church this Sunday. It's always exciting. Warpler asks, do the Frosts run Kentucky Judiciary CPS? Yes, they do. Apparently, they got a lot of influence in Clay County. Something going on there. The Frosts run Kentucky. Who are the Gentrys? Yeah, Vaughn keeps mentioning them. They're on his family tree on the Frost side, on his mom's side. So apparently not related to him, right? I've seen him in some ancestry searches. Go back a while. You do gigs at church. Yeah. They know I'm an atheist. No, I don't. They don't. It never comes up, and I certainly won't offer that to them. But so far, I haven't caught fire going in there. So I think we're going to be okay there. I know all the words and all that. I did graduate seminary. I can probably fake it just as well as the next guy. And it really doesn't bother me. I do sit there and listen to her sermon sometimes, take some mental notes, say, oh, you're wrong about that. And, in the Greek, it doesn't really say what you're saying it says. Because I know all those tricks. I teach you that stuff in seminary. Certainly teach you that when you go back and study the original languages. You learn a lot more than you bargain for. But again, I spent so much time arguing this stuff online. I'm just weary of it. To the point that I don't care anymore. And yeah, I play piano for them. I play the hymns. I give them some introduction music. I give them some offertory music. I play some stuff when they leave. Makes people happy. It's like a performance. Not really different than being in a play. Nothing wrong with that. Yes, you do, James says. If you want to know the Bible, you've got to know Hebrew, Aramaic, Greek. Yeah. And not just Hebrew and Greek, but Koine Greek and First, Second Temple Hebrew. The Aramaic is pretty close to that First Temple anyway, First Temple. But people think they can get out their concordance, which are modern Hebrew and modern Greek, and parse the stuff, and it doesn't work like that. It's so different. So different. Koine Greek in particular, but certainly also First and Second Temple Hebrew, are very primitive languages. It's hardly above caveman running. So when you see a passage like, God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son, what it really said was, God loved the world, gave son. It's about it. We've added the rest of the stuff. Everything else has been interpolation. Yeah, Koine is very primitive. It's a language of life as opposed to a language of academia. There's not a lot of extras in it. Not a lot of articles, not a lot of even like adverbs and adjectives. It's just baseline. It's like a recipe without any of the flair. This is the way Dr. Jones used to refer to it. It's like having the recipe to make meatloaf, but not understanding how to make a meatloaf. It took me a long time to figure all that stuff out. Work was in there. A psych report on Vaughn's state of mind would be fascinating. His delusions are incredible. Yeah, you're right. And yeah, James, yeah, common Greek. Greek of the common people. It's language of the everyman, not of the academia. Not a lot of grammar, not a lot of syntax you gotta worry about. It's just, again, it's like caveman speak. God love world, give only son. It's about what's there. And then you open Strong's Concordance, and there's all these other words that aren't in the original text. They made them up. They added them. And then people come along in our time and try to pretend like, oh, this has this very deep meaning. And this word that they use here is found over here, and that makes this coalesce. And what they don't understand is that word you're trying to use wasn't in the original text. I see a lot of that, especially with Beckel. Beckel drives me crazy. Because if you ever watch anything on his channel, where he starts pulling out his E-sword, strong stuff, and trying to teach us about the Greek, it's bad. Dan asks, Todd, have you been deployed during the Navy service? Dan, first I was in the Air Force, and second of all, I was never so much as issued a weapon. Our deployment in my unit was touring various high schools and town squares, and we were a go, join the Air Force kind of recruitment group more than anything. So no, I certainly wasn't deployed, and we did go overseas. We did go to Europe, went through Germany, down south, almost to Italy, went through, actually, ironically, some of Croatia. But certainly not deployed, didn't see any action. I was at Offutt about the time the first groups were coming back from Desert Storm, and some of the things they were saying was, wow, they could get all the kills they wanted. It was easy pickings. So as far as when Vaughn talks about how we weren't ready, yeah, he's completely wrong. Uh-oh, my phone is at 20%. It's not a good thing. I don't know if I'm gonna make it 90 minutes. I'm gonna have to start bringing my phone charger. Plugging the phone in back there. And yeah, no problem, James. I don't think you're repeating what I was saying. It's just the same idea. We're just coming up on 3 miles. And my phone's dying. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because I know exactly why. I used to use it just for music. Now I'm running StreamYards on it. And it's taking the power a lot faster. So we may have to cut this shorter than I had hoped. And remember next time to bring the charger with me. Got a wall out pretty close right there. So. Hey, we just hit 3 miles, 54 minutes on the dot, 260 calories. Yeah, brisk walk. I don't know if you can tell from my shoulders bouncing, but it's about an 18-minute mile pace, which for walking is pretty close to jogging. Dynacat's here, hello. Sent me a relevant list in Discord. Thank you for that. I'll check it out when I get home. Oh, I'm not going to check it right now. I'm bouncing around and I don't want to use my phone's capacity anymore than I already am. My mobile device is down to 79%, but that's certainly fine. My phone's getting old. It probably doesn't hold a charge near as well as it used to. Time to upgrade to 14 Pros now or something. Yeah, super duper phone. I'm sure I've got to. I can tell you aren't strolling. Yeah, no, definitely not strolling. And yes, Dan, it does have an incline. I haven't set it yet. When walking 90 minutes becomes a little too easy, I will start inclining. For now, I don't want to drop the sweat, as it were. I just want to work up a good sweat. We're purely looking at some weight loss right now. That's the purpose of the walking. We're not trying to tone or really work the leg muscles. We're just trying to sweat. This is what I used to do when I was a wrestler. It's what I know. Of course, then it was more like jogging when I was a young man. Jogging around in heavy sweats and shirts with 3 shirts under. Try to get to that weight by Friday. But I know this is going to work. It's just going to take a lot longer. No substitute for sweat and eating more sensible. Of course, in those days when we were kids, we're just not eating. Just take a vitamin and some water and go run some more. We could do that for a couple of days. I think I can get away with that nowadays. Somebody's at the office, but I think they're going to find nobody's here. 3.15 miles, 56 minutes, 43 seconds, 274 calories estimated. It's not hooked up to me, so it doesn't really know. It's working off a chart, I'm sure. Whew. Yeah, 18 minute, 10-second mile at this pace, which again doesn't sound very fast. When you're walking, covered a mile in 18 minutes, it's pretty brisk. And that's the idea, just to get the heart rate up, get the sweat flowing. Walking much faster probably wouldn't change much. I'd get done faster, unless it was going on miles. So this seems like the pace. Generating that sweat, we're not overstressing the joints or the legs, anything like that. You can still talk. That's when you know you've got a pretty good pace, when you can still talk without getting crazy winded. At least I think I remember that being how you tell you got a good pace. And maybe as I get more accustomed to walking, I can go a little faster and start jogging. We'll see how it goes out. Part of the fun of broadcasting these things, we'll take the journey together and see what we need to do to make things work better. As I smack my lips like tequila. And we just hit 3.25 miles, 58 minutes, 21 seconds. I don't know how long when the phone hits my 10% warning, I'll probably call it pretty quick after that and head back. I don't think I'm going to make the 90 minutes today. I'll shoot for that tomorrow when I bring a charger with me. Because it doesn't make much sense for me to lose the stream. I guess I could switch back to my house cam and make you guys just sit there for 30 minutes while I continue to walk. Nothing to watch. Wouldn't make a ton of sense, would it? Coming up on the hour mark, 59 minutes. Nine and a half, we're almost to an hour. Definitely got a good sweat on. It's going to be sticky to take off. You can tell already. Uh-oh, there's my 10% warning. There's my 10% warning. We're going to call it an hour, folks. We'll do an hour and a half tomorrow. We can get a charger on it. And speaking of which, we are there. 60 minutes. We went 3 miles with 3.4 and burned 290 calories. Now we're hitting a stop. And coming to a stop. Stop this. Kill my headset. Any significant dates coming for probate of Alice's estate? Not yet. I don't think there's been a new date yet. Let me get out of the chat here. Go to my settings, show you our summary. Here we go, workout summary. Laps completed 13.4, average speed 3.3. Average incline, we didn't do any. Average calorie an hour, 289, right at that 290. Minute a mile, 18 minutes, 10 seconds. I don't know what average HR is. No vertical distance because we did no incline. Great workout. 1 hour, 6 seconds. We went 3.35 miles and burned 290 calories. All right, folks, let's head back. Now for the real fun. I get to go out in the cold again. And brother, let me tell you, I can't wait. The cold sucker. We don't want to leave our mobile device here. Let's take that too. We're heading home. So hopefully before the phone runs out of energy, we can switch it over. Oh, that hit hard. Oh, wind's really whipped up. Holy cow, that's cold. Oh, that's cold stuff. Whew, it's like jumping in those polar bear guys jump in the cold water after they work out. That's about what this is. Whew. I can feel things shriveling, if you know what I mean. It's freezing out here. It's making all that sweat that's underneath my hoodie here kind of congeal to my skin, and I don't like it. There's that this thing's probably cutting in and out. You probably think I'm crazy right now. But it's certainly cold out here. Oh yeah, it's just losing connection. I thought my battery was about to go. Just in time. My battery just conked out. And my other self left the StreamYard when my battery died. But fortunately, we're back home. Plug that sucker in, get it charged again. And, oh crud. It's time for our way out. I don't have a phone now, so you're going to have to trust me on it. Let's get this sticky thing off. Wow. Oh. Definitely going to have to use another hoodie tomorrow. That thing stinks. And I don't know. Let me see if I can. I'll wait just a few seconds here. See if I can get back in the StreamYard with my phone now that it's got a little power to it. It says 11% now. We lost him to the Oklahoma cold. I was going to look at the chat there. No, I'm good. Heart rate, yeah. Heart rate was up there. Let's see if I can get back into StreamYard with my mobile and show you what I weigh now. See if it's significant. I think we started at 224.8, which I think was wrong, but we will find out. We're going to mute the mic and switch on over here and do a quick weigh out. See where we are. Oh, gotta turn that camera around. Got to turn that camera around, the back camera. It's important. Okay, here we go. And our weigh out is 224.2. So that was 0.6 pounds just on that. Kill that. Okay. So yeah, it's probably not going to be super efficient to weigh in and out every time we do a workout because it doesn't really work like that. But I think we'll see progress as we go along, and hopefully maybe we can get Vaughn or J-Dubs to actually come in here and compare notes. But so far, I don't think they're going to. Thank you guys for coming. That's about it for this workout. We'll do it again tomorrow. We'll take a charger with us so that we can do the full 90-minute Monty. Thank you guys for coming. See you next time.